of this, all of this, and this isn't even all of it because most of my stuff is all online. I tend not to print out my own notes, so these are just lecture notes and stuff. So most of my reading notes and my revision notes are all online. Good morning everyone. So exam season has well and truly arrived. I'm not gonna lie, I am starting to get very worried. They are now just over 4 weeks away and I have 32 hours of exams and no safety net. So I've got a lot of work to be doing, to be getting on with. I am kind of worried because I did actually self-isolate with COVID-19 symptoms for 8 days from my family about 2 weeks ago now, and the entire time I was just so exhausted. I couldn't really do any work. I couldn't really do anything, let alone do revision or do uni work, so I'm a week behind on revision as well. It's a little bit stressful, but I'm trying not to get too stressed and just kind of get on with the work that I need to do and try and be as efficient as possible in the last 4.5 weeks before they start. So yeah, you guys can come along on the journey with me. Today I'm covering my Cicero politics and thought paper, and instead of doing another topic today to go over essays, I'm spending today doing all the set text. I mean, I say all, I don't think I'm gonna have time to do all of them because there are 22. I've gone over one, it's already 10:30, I've gone over one, can't find the commentary for it, so I'm gonna wait until my friend replies if there is actually a commentary for it, and meanwhile I'll just go on to the second one. Yeah, there's just a lot to do. Going over the set text is where I'm going to get my examples from. You know, it is the contemporary source for the time period, so that's what I'm gonna do. I need to focus more on them since I just feel like there's just so much to do all the time. Yeah, I've got my big mug of tea. I'm just gonna try and get on with it. I'm in the garden now. I'm having my lunch break outside since it's so nice and warm. I've made myself some soup. I'm probably going to watch some YouTube or something and then go back to work. I've just been making summaries of set text, re-going over it and making sure I know the background. I've only done 2 of the text out of the 22 or 23 that I said though, so I think I need to start setting myself limits, like time limits. But these 2 are longer set texts than some of the others, so I'm hoping I can get through the majority of them today, but I'm not sure. Don't even know if you can see me. It's literally so nice and warm. I might actually come out and work in the garden for, I don't know, for like an hour and a half or something before I do my live stream on Instagram. Live study with me on Instagram for 2 hours, which I'll need a charger for, so I'll have to go inside for that. But yeah, I'm considering, after I've had my break, I've still got another 30 minutes left of just relaxation to do my work outside because it is so nice and sunny. I've just gone to put some more sun cream on and I honestly hate how sticky it is. I know I've mentioned this in my other video, but it's actually horribly sticky. It's so good for you, but I really hate the sticky feeling so much. Anyway, I've moved my laptop to the other table in the garden and I'm gonna get on with doing these set text commentaries and summaries. It's really nice and warm, and I think if I do this for about an hour before my live on Instagram, like that's when my laptop will probably need charging as well. I did consider doing the live outside, but I think my laptop won't survive 3 hours outside without charging, and neither will my phone, since I'm using my phone as a hotspot at the moment for my laptop. So yeah, I'll probably do that inside. I've also just realised I was supposed to do 2 hours live on Instagram, but I checked and you can only do maximum 60 minutes live on Instagram, but I guess I'll just do 2 lives. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I should do them on Instagram or on YouTube, so let me know. Honestly, so hot. I think it's one of the hottest days we've had so far. I just want to sunbathe and just bask in the warmth, but I can't because I've got exams to revise for, which is really depressing. So I've just come back up from studying in the garden, which was so nice and warm. I'm gonna go back after I've done my live stream when it's not as hot, but I'm about to start my live stream at the moment on Instagram. Yeah, 2 hours of study with me. Hopefully you guys, or you know, the people who've been watching it, find it useful. But yeah, I've got a lot of set text to go through. I realised that my tactic for doing a specific number of the set texts for the gobbet question is just not, it just doesn't work, because there's just so many set texts that could come up and you have to choose 3. And there's 23 and they only give you 6 options. So it's not really tactical to only do, well, I was only going to do I think like 6 or 7 of the set text like thoroughly, but even with that formula, like you're still going to not be able to do one of the gobbets. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but as long as I know the text and I'm familiar with it, that's fine. So I'm just going to continue with what I was doing and hopefully it's okay and it's enough. Concentration is definitely starting to wane. I've nearly finished reading this set text that I hadn't read before, or I'd read like bits of. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought. It's taken me about 3.5 hours. I am almost finished though. I'm on the last 15-20 chapters and then I'll be finished with it finally, and then I can move on. And I think the rest of the set text I wanted to cover today I have actually read and made notes for already. I'm just re-going over them, whereas right now I'm actually having to read it and make the notes, which is really annoying. But I'm almost done, and then I'm gonna have a really long break, I think like half an hour or something, because I haven't really had a long break really at all. So yeah, I'm just really beginning to lose my focus. I've had dinner and I procrastinated for about almost an hour because I'm just so tired. I've done so much work already today, which, you know, hours wise still a lot, but it just doesn't feel like a lot because it's only reading this set text and making notes on it, which is good that I've done because there's a lot of stuff like material in there that I can use as examples for essays that I hadn't come across before. But it's just so annoying how long it takes. And I've got one more day tomorrow to revise until I have my 2 mock exams. I don't even know if that's enough time, but I'm going to finish doing this reading. Again, I've got like 10 chapters left that I said before that I just haven't done. I'm going to do those 10. It's already 10 to 8. And then I think once I've done those, I'm going to just call it a night and then relax, because I don't think I can do any more work tonight. Literally an hour later and I finally finished it. I really didn't think it would take me an entire hour, but I'm finished. I've done my commentary notes, I've got it all sorted, it's all in this document, so it's finally finished, which is good because I've got a lot more, as I said, a lot more material. I just really didn't expect it to take me this long. It's now nearly 9, so not that long, but I'm definitely not doing any more work after this because I am so tired. Probably gonna find something to watch on Netflix for an hour and then probably start winding down and heading to bed, to be honest. I just got an email confirming I've got 2 collections, so I'm gonna sit one tomorrow, no not tomorrow, Friday morning and Saturday morning, and then I can get on with the rest of revision for the other papers that I've basically neglected because I've been focusing on revision for these collections, which is kind of worrying, but hopefully my revision for these 2 papers is basically done, because I've got these mock exams, and then I've got to focus on the other exams. Anyway, I thought I'd have a little chat about these exams. Obviously I'm kind of revising in a different way because the exam is completely different. It's online. Usually I would be handwriting stuff a lot more than I am. I don't really tend to type a lot of stuff, but nowadays I'm typing everything online, just because in case I do happen to need some random quick fact about something, I can control F it in my notes. Whereas if I handwrite it, I can't really do that, and I don't want to be wasting time looking through handwritten notes and like rereading things, because that's a waste of time in the exam. So like I'm just trying to put, well, all of my notes basically are electronic now, and I'm trying to convert things that I have handwritten onto a document, just so that it's quicker in case I do need to search for something. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to need to search for something, depending on how much I end up remembering for the exam, but it's like small bits of detail of information that I might need for the exam, and I'll just control F it. So that's basically what I'm doing, but it's just weird because I feel as though less is going in because it's being typed and not handwritten. And also I think because there's just so much less time to prepare for these exams because of all the time lost due to coronavirus and the panic and the stress and the worry about it, and then the fact that I had to self-isolate for 8 days anyway because I had symptoms meant that I had lost at least a week, probably at least 2 weeks, because I had to obviously move out of Oxford, and like was just really stressed about the entire situation, had no idea what was going on with our exams, worried again about like finally hearing from our faculty about the exams and all of that kind of stuff. I still don't even know my exam timetable at the moment, it's not confirmed, but yeah, like all of that is just kind of worrying because of less time, which means that if I was handwriting notes and like revision notes, that takes up more time, it's slower to handwrite, even though it means you retain the information more. It's kind of like me weighing up how am I going to revise for these exams, because on the one hand they're online, it's easy if all your information is online, but then on the other hand, if I'm just typing stuff, I might not even be like taking it in or understanding it. So it's been like a massive kind of worry as well about how to actually revise for these exams and kind of change my style, because although they tell us, you know, prepare for these exams as if they were normal and just revise as you normally would, I can't. It's not the same. I can't revise as if I normally would, because I worry that I will then be disadvantaged, kind of, if I don't have things that are easily searchable, just in case, because I know other people will have. So yeah, it's just, do I trust myself enough to handwrite notes and know that I'll memorize them enough not to need to look them up in an exam, and then revise like my normal way, or to just try and do more online, because that's what most other people are doing, you know? Like, it doesn't even make sense. It's kind of just waffle, but that's how I'm feeling. I'm not saying that I always handwrite my notes for revising, but I definitely do a combination of electronic and handwritten, but I'm doing less of that now because I want to save time and be more efficient. But then is that at the expense of not knowing the information as well? You know, I don't know, but I'm just trying my hardest, and hopefully whatever this method is that I've come up with will pay off. But I mean, all I'm doing is trying to work as much as I can every day, and that's all I can ask for, you know, that's all I can hope for. And at the end of it, I'll look back and just think, I did as much as I could given the circumstances and the situation. And even when there are days when I feel like I can't do any work, or I'm just too stressed or upset or demotivated, like at the time I try not to beat myself up about it, but you know, I have to remind myself I can't just look back and be angry at myself for not doing work when at that moment in time I just physically couldn't because I was stressed about something or I was worried. So yeah, it's kind of tough, and I'm sure everyone else is in the same boat, so again, that's some kind of consolation. But yeah, it's just stressful. But having said that, I was thinking, you know, once the real exams start, which are terrifying, but once they do start and I knock off the exams and I get them done, it will just feel so great, because I'll be done and I'll be free and I won't have to do these exams or think about these exams or do any revision for them, and I can just relax and do nothing and not feel guilty about it at all. And I cannot wait, even if we're still stuck in lockdown, which would be pretty shite if we still are by the time I finish, but at least I can do what I want and I don't have to feel this stress. So I just gotta plow through. I just gotta get through it. Oh, it's so close, so close. I just gotta get through it. But yeah, it's me rambling. Let me know if you've been watching my live study with me's, if you've been finding them useful, whether I should do them on YouTube more than on Instagram. I don't really know what you would prefer, so let me know in the comment section below. I will be continuing them. The timings might be slightly adjusted because I have been bombarded with revision classes and extra lectures and stuff, so I need to adjust my timings and check when I can actually do them again. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna sign out now and watch something on Netflix. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Let me know if you want me to keep vlogging, if you want me to do, you know, daily revision vlogs and stuff. I don't know, like normal university vlogs, even though it's online now. Again, let me know. But yeah, it's exam season and I will be vlogging when my actual exams start and stuff, and it'll be really weird to look back on because this is the end of an era, but I am kind of excited to get them over and done with and to not have this stress anymore.